Hey friend, welcome back to Wild Coast Pilates. My name is Dani. As you can tell, today we are not on the wild coast of North Vancouver Island. We are actually in Liguria, specifically in La Spezia in Italy. I am super fortunate to be visiting some family here, and it's such a spectacular morning that I thought I would take my morning workout outside, and why not share it with you, right? We love to suffer together. So today we're just going to use a yoga block if you have one. If you don't have one, that's okay. We can do without. You can also use a Pilates ball or even a small pillow, or like I said, nothing. And we're going to do a little postural and back body workout today just to help unlock all of that and help with a bit of our forward head posture, maybe our forward shoulders, which I am the worst for. When you're ready, grab some water, throw on your favorite playlist, and meet me on your mat. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's start by warming up through our spine here. We're going to come in a nice tabletop position. We're going to have our wrists in line with our shoulders, knees in line with the hips. I'm going to think of rotating my elbow pits forward. So when they're rotated this way, I'm kind of in this like crunch shoulder. When I'm rotated forward, do you see how now my shoulder is better aligned with my body? Good. From here, we'll just do some nice cat-cow. So drop the belly, lift the crown of the head, lift the tailbone, inhale. Exhale, round through the spine, and drop the head, drop the tailbone. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, bring it up. Good. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, bring it up. Beautiful work. Just rinsing out the spine, massaging it. And with every inhale, let's think of drawing the air all the way into the belly. Feel the rib cage expand in all directions. And as we exhale, can we start to gently lift through the pelvic floor as if we wanted to slightly stop the stream of urine partway through going to the washroom? Give me one more here. Good. From here, let's come back to a neutral spine. So keep that little bit of curvature in the low back as if you wanted to balance a little tennis ball. Draw and hug that belly button and the bottom ribs up to the spine here. So we're hugging the whole belly up. Good. From here, let's really focus on rotating those elbow pits forward. And now just through the shoulder blades, I'm going to push forward and back, forward and back. So think it's almost like you're doing a push-up just for the shoulder blades. Good. Where we really want to feel this is through the side of the armpit and down the side of the ribs. If you're not really feeling that yet, that's okay. This is a muscle group that a lot of us don't have the best mind-body connection with, especially if we're not training it specifically. So one thing you can think of, you guys at home, you can keep going, but one thing you can think of is trying to like twist a jar open under your hands without actually physically moving them. But by trying to rotate that hand out, that's going to help you lock more into the serratus anterior, which is the muscle that goes down the side of the ribs here and is the one that we are targeting while we do this. This is a very important muscle group. It's actually what stabilizes our shoulder blade against our ribs. Good. From here, let's come back to neutral shoulder blades, neutral spine. Now, this is a little bit of a funny feeling one, but we're going to drop our chin to the floor and then lift our head up as if you wanted to touch the back of the head to the ceiling. Bring it down. Exhale up. Bring it down. Exhale up, just strengthening the back of the neck. Good. Continuing to draw those bottom ribs and belly button to the spine. Gentle lift of our pelvic floor. Give me one more. Perfect. So now let's think, if I were to place a broomstick across your back, we would want to have it touch the sits bones, the back of the shoulders, and the back of the head. Let's keep that nice alignment. Let's tuck our toes unders. Let's see if we can float our knees up in this little bear crawl position. Rotate those elbow pits forward, gentle bend at the elbows. Good, we've got this. Let's draw the ribs up and in, draw the belly button to the spine. Keep that little bit of curvature in that lower back. Keep the back of the head touching that broomstick that I've placed on you. Holding it here, I know. Little bit of core work just to wake up our bellies. Gentle lift of the pelvic floor. Deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale through the mouth, can we push it up and back into a nice down dog? Pedal out the feet. Shining that tailbone up to the sky. A lot of my in-person clients, we laugh together because they're like, I don't know what you mean by tailbone. I'm like, your bum hole. Point your butthole to the sky. Good. From here, can we bring it back, floating into that tabletop position? Heels are stacked over the toes. Our head is touching the back of that rod that I placed on your back. Exhale up. Good. Inhale down, tabletop position. Exhale up. Inhale down. So move through this at your own pace with your breathing. Beautiful work. We've got this. And let's really pay attention to what we're doing with our head. Sometimes we really dangle it down. So can we touch that imaginary rod that I placed on your back? It's sitting against the low back, the back of the shoulder blades, and the back of the head. And can we keep that alignment, or try to, through that whole movement, just so we're not like dangling our chin forward. We're really trying to keep it so that our earlobes, you guys keep going, but earlobes are over the center of those shoulders. Good. Give me 2 more. 1 more. From here, hold it here. If you need to, you can bend the knees slightly. You can lift the heels if you're really tight through the hamstrings. That's totally fine. Can we now just shrug through our shoulder blades up and down, up and down? We're drawing those bottom ribs to the spine, drawing the belly button to the spine. Again, keeping our head in line with the rest of our spine. Good, gentle lift of that pelvic floor. And we're really feeling this little push up through our shoulder blades, through the sides of the ribs, the back of the armpits, the shoulders. My arms aren't really working. My elbows are straight. They're not locked out, of course. They're softly bent, but I'm not really using my arms here. It's just the shoulder blades that are causing this kind of like shift. It's a very small movement. Gentle lift of that pelvic floor. Good. From here, can we take the left hand, tap the right, walk it forward, plank. Exhale back. Opposite hand, right hand to left ankle, walk it forward. I'm just going to readjust my feet a second here. Every time we come into our plank, again, you want to think the head, the shoulder blades, and the sits bones, or the tailbone, sorry, are touching that rod. Exhale back, tap, inhale down. Exhale back, inhale down. Now again, you guys keep going with that plank. We also don't want our bum in the air or to be dropping it too low. We want to be in a nice line here. Good. Working through this with our breathing. We've got this. I know you're thinking, Dani, I thought you said we were doing back stuff. I promise it's coming. One more. Good. From here, can we come up into our plank? Can we rock ourselves onto the right side of our feet, or towards the right, if you will? We're going to push it back to center. Switch sides, push it back for a rocker, back to center to a plank, come onto the toes. Drop the hips to the right, pushing it back. Really pinching into those obliques. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. We got this. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Beautiful work. Inhale back. We've got this. I believe in you. You are doing beautifully. I know it's hard work, but we've got this. Good. Give me 1 more here. Can we hold it here on the right? Really sit that bum up and back, push away through the shoulder blades, crunch into that right oblique. Good. Other side. to the left. We've got this. Dropping the hips to the left, drawing the ribs and belly button to the spine. Gentle lift of the pelvic floor. Beautiful work. Come on down and sit it back for a sec if you need to. Little child's pose, swaying it side to side. Feeling amazing. Good, rolling it up and coming forward. So from here, we're gonna have a lay on our mat. Our forehead's gonna be against the floor. Sorry, dropping my microphone. Forehead on the ground. My toes are anchored to the ground. My kneecaps are lifted off the floor, so my quads are engaged. From here, I'm gonna lift my block up to the sky. Inhale down, tap the ground. Exhale up. Inhale down, keeping it going. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Beautiful work. Gorgeous. Trying to keep those shoulders from shrugging up to the ears, keeping space for our neck. I'm thinking of pressing my 2 hip bones and my pubic bone equally into the floor. Gently lifting through my pelvic floor here. Good. Drawing the belly button to the spine. Excellent work. From here, on my next lift, I'm going to actually lift and float my chest. Inhale, tap the ground. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Now I'm trying to stay out of my low back here. I'm trying to actually thinking of lengthening through that lower back. And keeping the work higher up in my thoracic spine. You guys keep going. There is a puddle of sweat where my forehead was. Beautiful. Good. On this next one, can we take our block, pass it behind us, reach it all the way around, tap it down, exhale up, reverse it, big reach around, really opening through those shoulders. My kneecaps stay lifted off the floor. There's a mosquito biting me. Beautiful work. Really feel those shoulders opening up. We've got this. Trying to really stay out of that low back. Push the hip bones and the pubic bone into the floor. Kneecaps are lifted off the ground. We have got this. One more per side. Whew. And come on down. Good. From here, just drop your block off to the side here. We can flatten our feet out. We're going to hug our elbows in by our sides. From here, I'm going to think of lifting and floating my head off the mat. Imagine you have an eyeball on the back of your neck, okay? So think you're rolling a pencil away from you with your nose. You're only going to look forward enough that you're just about, you don't want to close that eye. So we're just looking a little bit forward, but that eye on the back of the neck stays open. I'm going to hug my elbows, pulling them down towards my hips, shine my heart forward, and think of driving the bottom edges of the shoulder blades towards the floor. Inhale down. So where I'm going with this is the bottom edge of the shoulder blades here. If you imagine you have flashlights in them, you want them to point straight to the floor when you're lifting. We want to stay out of the low back and keep the work in our thoracic upper back here. So let's try this again. Elbows by the side, hug the elbows down and back as I lift my head, roll the pencil away, don't close the eye on the back of the neck. Shine the heart forward, flash those flashlights towards the ground, hug the elbows back, stay out of the low back. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up, roll the pencil, shine the heart forward, hug the elbows back. Inhale down. Exhale up. So we're really trying to stay out of our lower back here. Trying to stay in the upper back. Beautiful work. Getting some extensors working, some deep stabilizers of the spine. Give me one more here. Beautiful work. Excellent. So now if we tap into that muscle group that we were feeling up here, we want to stay out of the low back. We will get a little bit for this next one, but we do want to try to work a little bit more through the upper back here. we're going to have our fingers pointing towards our feet. You can flex the feet or point the toes. Try to float the thighs off the ground, and let's rotate thumb to the floor, to the outside, to the sky. So we're opening those shoulders. Lift our chest. Look just straight down in front of you. Good. Floating it here and hold. Can we shine our hearts forward a little bit more? Keep your neck neutral and long, aligned with the spine. Good. Bring it down. Good. Exhale. We're going to lift. We're going to do this again. Lift, rotate thumbs up to the sky. Really open through the chest. Be mindful of your neck. Be mindful of what you're doing with your head. Gentle lift of the pelvic floor. My 2 hip bones and my pubic bone are equally pressed to the ground. And come down. Give me one more. Exhale up. Awesome. And breathe. I've got sweat running down my face. Nice problem to have. Good. Come down. From here, toes point into the floor. Knees are lifted off the ground. Quads are activated. My hands are going to be on the ground like so. 90-degree bend in my elbows, cactus arms. I'm going to rotate so palms are facing in, thumbs are pointing to the sky. Lift the thumbs up and down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Beautiful work. Giving our shoulders and our rotator cuffs a little bit of lovin'. We all need it. Beautiful work. Keep those knees off the floor here. On this next one, can we lift and hold it up? Can we pulse, 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 pulse? We've got this. Keeping it going. Got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, let's extend our arms out in a T shape. So wrists, elbows, and shoulders are aligned with each other. I'm widening and opening through my collarbone so my chest is nice and open. I have space for my neck so I'm not crunching my shoulders up to my earlobes. I'm going to think of, deep breath in and out. I'm out of breath here. Oh my goodness. I'm going to think of tapping my fingertips to the ground and then lifting my knuckles to the sky. Inhale, tap the fingers. Exhale, knuckles to the sky. So I'm keeping my wrists in line with my shoulders. My kneecaps are off the ground here. Good. My feet are still firmly planted into the floor. My pubic bone and 2 hip bones are equally pressed into each other, or into the ground, sorry. I'm drawing the belly button to the spine. Bottom ribs are drawn to the spine. Gently lifting through my pelvic floor here. Good. Excellent work. From here, we're going to add a gentle rotation. So my hands are facing the ground. I'm going to rotate thumb to the floor, to the sky, so my shoulders are really rotated forward. And now as I lift my chest and I exhale, I'm going to rotate palms forward. Inhale down. Exhale up. So keep that neck nice and long. Try to gently tuck your chin so we're not forcing our face down, but rather keeping our neck in alignment with our body. You guys keep going. But what I want you to think of is that you want your earlobes to be pretty much stacked, hovering over the shoulders at all times. Good. My kneecaps are still lifted off the ground. My quads are active. I'm gently lifting through my pelvic floor. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Good. And every time I come up and I'm rotating my palms forward, we really want to feel this down the backs of our lats here. Good. Keep those knees off the ground. Beautiful work. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. From here, fingers to the backs of the ears. Rest your head on the ground. Kneecaps stay off the ground. Tap the elbows to the floor. Lift them to the sky. Elbows to the floor. Lift them to the sky. Beautiful work. Keeping it going. We've got this. Smaller little muscles, but always so good to get these guys. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. So hover those elbows in line with the fingertips and the ears. Extend, bring it back. Extend, bring it back. So I'm just straightening my arms and bending them, trying to keep my arms floating off the ground. Try to stay out of the trap. So really think, relax and lengthen through that neck. It's the shoulder blades that are working to stay close together, to pull those arms off the ground. My kneecaps are still off the floor. My quads are active. Pressing my toes into the floor. I'm gently lifting through that pelvic floor. Imagining I'm stopping the stream of urine partway through. My pubic bone and my 2 hip bones are equally pressed into the ground. My belly button is drawn to the spine. Bottom ribs are drawn to the spine. We've got this. Can we bring our fingers to our ears? Hover the arms parallel to the floor. Take a deep breath in through the nose. As we exhale through the mouth, can we revisit that thoracic spine extension that we were just doing, where we think of rolling that pencil slightly? Shine the heart forward. Shine those shoulder blade flashlights to the ground. Stay out of the low back. Inhale down. Exhale up. Shine the heart forward. Lengthen and relax through that low back. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. Kneecaps are lifted. Quads are active. I am shaking and sweaty. Good. We're pressing our pubic bone and our hip bones into the floor. Keep those knees off the ground. Good. If you like, when you lift the chest, you can also add a little downward drawing of the elbows. Inhale, bring the fingers back to the ears. Exhale, bring the elbows down and behind you. Good. But really try to stay out of the low back here and stay more in the upper back and the thoracic spine. I think we're going long and tall through the spine here. Our neck is extension of our spine, so we're keeping it in line with the rest of our body, not jutting our chins forward. Can you give me 5? 4. We're going to feel this tomorrow, I think. 3. The kneecaps are lifted. 2. And 1. Good. From here, come on down. Final round for our back. I'm just going to shimmy myself back a little here. Arms and legs are extended. I'm going to actually keep my head on the ground for this one. I'm going to lift opposite hand, opposite foot for 10, 9, 8, staying on the same side, 7, my other side that's not working. My kneecap is lifted off the ground, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switching sides. Forehead stays on the ground for this for 10, 9, 8. So my grounded side leg, kneecap is off the ground. Hip bones and pubic bone are equally pressed to the floor. Belly button drawn to the spine. 3, 2, 1. Back to the other side. Now we're going to lift our head. Bring it down. Exhale up. Inhale down. So again, try to stay out of the low back. You will feel this in the low back for sure. However, try to recruit a little bit more of the upper back, so that thoracic spine that we were hitting before. See if you can get a little bit more in there. And again, just be mindful with your eye gaze. Keep looking down at the mat. I'm not looking in front. Last one. Other side. Beautiful work for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. From here, let's rock it back. Oh yeah, for nice child's pose. I'm just gonna send my microphone flying is what I'm gonna do. There we go. Extend the arms out overhead. Rest your forehead on the floor. Nice cool down stretch here. Slowing everything down. Taking some nice, delicious, cleansing, slow, deep breaths in through the nose, all the way into the belly, expanding the rib cage in all four directions. Exhaling slowly out through the mouth. On this next one, let's lift our heads, walk our hands over to one side. Nice side body stretch, little side bend. Beautiful work. Lift other side. Let me tell you, this view never gets old for me. I love this place so much. It may not be North Vancouver Island, but it's my other home. I love Italy so much, and if you've never been, let me tell you, you need to come here. This place is amazing. Good. From here, walking it back to center. We're going to come up into tabletop position. We're going to walk our hands forward. Actually, if you have your block handy, we're going to have our hips over our knees, walk our elbows forward so my arms are at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to rest my forehead on the ground and try to keep your elbows in line with your wrists and shoulders. So don't have them out to the side, but rather kind of walk them in here. We're just going to bend and straighten, squeezing that block. While I'm doing this, I'm still trying to draw my ribs up to the spine. So I'm not like dumping my chest to the floor, but rather I'm lifting those ribs up to the spine behind me. Beautiful work. On this next one, can we lift that block? Can we float our head off the floor and then press a little bit deeper into our shoulders while still drawing those ribs up and in, gently lifting through our pelvic floor. Nice stretch for the shoulders, keeping space for our neck, trying not to crunch our shoulders up to the earlobes. As always with these stretches, if you wish, you can always pause the video, hold them longer. I'm working with a pretty old dinosaur iPhone and low budget equipment, so I try to keep it a little bit more time conscious. Good, and release. From here, we can just move that block out of the way. We're going to extend our right arm out in front. Our left arm, we're going to twist all the way. Oh, hang on, let me move my mic here. All the way across. We're going to use our right hand to push away so we can twist and stack our shoulders one above the other. Nice spinal rotation. Good, other side. Oh yeah. I don't know what's sweat running down my face or mosquitoes trying to eat me. Good. Bringing it back. Rolling it out. Good stuff. From here, let's just get under our shoulder blades. So let's have a seat. Taking in this beautiful view. Gentle bend in my knees. My left hand reaches to grab the outside edge of my right foot. I'm going to round through the upper back to drive the back of that shoulder blade to the wall behind me. And then I'm going to push down through that foot. So you really want to get a nice deep stretch under that shoulder blade just to help release that. Beautiful work. Other side. Rounding through that upper back, really pulling up and away and then pushing down like as if you're pressing on a little gas pedal. And breathe. And release. Good stuff. From here we can come up and stand for a sec. Moving slow, of course. If you get dizzy, just take your time. We're going to keep a little gentle bend of our knees here. We're going to hug our knees to our chest, round through the spine, pulling it up, getting a nice stretch all through our back. allowing the shoulder blades to melt apart. Release. We're going to grab our arms the opposite way, round through the spine, pulling it up. And release. Good. And last but not least, we will, wow, I don't know what I stuck my feet in, but I got my mat real dirty real quick. I don't know where that all came from. Final stretch here. We're going to take our hand, bring it, actually, we're going to, if you have your block handy or something small, a weight or a water bottle, whatever, palm to the sky, hold the arm out to the side, draw these ribs in so we're not flaring them forward. Sit nice and tall, and then we're going to pull our head away. I find having an object in my hand just helps to anchor me a little bit. And it gets a good stretch all through the neck, through the upper back here, without that forward rotation of the shoulder, which for me is an ongoing battle. Good. From here, holding this position, I'm going to gently twist my nose as if I wanted to sniff my armpit, grab the back of my head, and gently pulling it down. Good. Other side. Bring our head over. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed our workout. It's such a spectacular view from my Zia and Zio's house. It's just too pretty not to share. So I thought, why not torture you guys along with myself? Good. And looking down. Beautiful. And release. And actually, one final stretch here. We're just going to get our lower back. So if you're really tight through the hips, this is a really good one for you. We'll take our right foot, cross it in front. Right arm reaches overhead. Left arm grabs onto the right wrist. Okay, so right wrist is reaching over. Right foot is in front. We're going to lean our hips over to the right. Big pull. Gentle lift through the pelvic floor. Good. Other side. We switch. Left foot in front. Left arm reaches. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Pull that left wrist over. Push the hips to the left. Try to hold your balance. If doing this standing is a challenge, you can always do this laying down as well. Equally effective. And you, my friends, are all done. Thank you as always for joining me. It's such a pleasure to have you. It means a lot to have you tune in and be following my little baby channel. I'm having so much fun doing this. I hope you take the very best care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon.